I should be like you, Mel.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Cherries fans from around the world, wherever you're watching this morning. Welcome back to a Thursday edition of Cherry AM. And as always on a Thursday, I'm joined by my awesome co-host, Malcolm. How you doing this morning, Malcolm?
Good morning, Ollie. Good morning, everybody in the chat. Yeah, I'm okay. You might realise the light's on here. It's a little bit gloomy outside this morning here. So, yeah, all good, thanks.
Good. Yeah, I think we've swapped because it was looking okay for you last time. It was looking gloomy for me. And I've taken the dog for a walk this morning because it looks lovely. So
good for you.
I think I'm out of the storm now, which is good. It also looks like spring is in the air in the chat. David DaCosta. Good day, everyone. 18 degrees and sunshine in Melbourne. Spring is in the air.
Morning, David.
And Chris Hubble says, morning, David. Morning, Chris.
Morning, Chris.
They are having their own little conversation back and forth, which is lovely to see this morning. Chris finishes it with Up the Cherries, which is exactly how we want. Paul from Oz. Hi, Dave. And all morning, Chris. 14 degrees and sunny near Sydney. Nice. Good to hear.
Paul.
Chris Hubble, thumbs up. David DaCosta, afternoon, Paul. Dan Short, morning, Ollie and Malcolm. 17 degrees and cloudy. Fingers crossed for 3 points Sunday. Yeah,
morning,
I love
Dan.
that you're getting involved in that, Dan. That's awesome. Darren Hurst, hi, Ollie and Malcolm, 21 and sunny here in Perth. Awesome.
Morning, Darren.
Good morning, Darren.
Hope you're well.
Hoping all of you guys are well in the chat so far. I think we're seeing Paul from Oz on tomorrow's show. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, with Matt. Yeah.
And then anything else coming up with Darren?
Not yet.
I'll keep that one still. Okay, fantastic. Cool. So, look, awesome football coming again at the weekend. This weekend we are playing on Sunday at 2 p.m, which is the first time this season against Newcastle, Eddie Howe's team. Malcolm, we have spent the evening essentially drawing up our starting lineups, our subs, and our wonder kid, should we say, of the game. Should we jump straight into that, or are there a few points that you'd like to address first?
No, we'll do this first of all.
Cool.
Yeah, because obviously we won't take too long on it because of the Dean Court Social. They'll obviously, go through their lineups and predictions and everything else and whatever. Yeah, do you want me to
I imagine
away?
historical results, and they'll go through all sorts of bits and bobs on that, won't they? So,
yeah.
Whenever you're ready, mate, I'll hear yours first, if you like.
Okay. Well, obviously, with the lineup, we'll have Petrovic in goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the right back position was the one that gave me a real headache, to be honest with you, because I think basically most of the team will pick itself. All right.
Yeah.
Not disillusioned or anything, but I mean, it's the way it is. So the right back could be a little bit controversial. I'm going to throw Cookie in there this week.
Okay.
All right. So Lewis
Yeah.
Cook, and then Milos Senesi Trofer. Obviously,
Yeah.
we don't know about Diakate if he's still recovering or whatever. So we haven't got any news on that. Adams and Scott, and then Brooks, Tavernier, Semenyo, and Evan Nielsen.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, there's basically no change there at all. For the subs, Clivert, Jimenez, Frupi, Aldi, Dennis, goalkeeper, Soler, Doak, Hill, and then there's a question mark against Ryan Christie. So I'm hoping that Hill, I think that hopefully he's going to be recovered. He's going to have a place on the bench.
Okay.
It was
Interesting.
it was difficult to actually sort of put Hill on the bench, to be honest with you, because I think he did really okay against Brighton, and he will continue, with learning and showing his potential. And obviously, the more games he gets, the more minutes he gets, it's just going to improve. So I think, yeah, I'll leave it as it is. Yeah, I don't think I could change what I put down, to be honest with you.
Okay. And
Yeah.
in regards to this weekend's standout player, who do we think?
Right. A standout player. Now, this is going to shock you.
Go on.
I'm going to say that Petrovic is going to have a blinder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally you look at maybe somebody in midfield who shines and does, wonderful stuff, or even an attacker that might be, but I think this time round, I think we're going to be pretty solid defensively. They obviously have confidence going into the game, but I think, this time round, I think Petrovic is going to be the guy that gets us the 3 points by keeping them out.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. I like that. But I
Something
haven't got
different.
too many changes either. It's not too different. But I like the variations that you've put in there, mate. I do. In the chat, if everyone watching could let us know who they think their standout player is going to be this weekend, that'd be awesome to know. Yeah, right. Okay, Malcolm. There's not too much change for me from last week, to be honest.
No.
The only difference for me is actually the subs and when the subs come on, which we discussed last time.
Yeah.
So I'd go Petrovic in goal.
Yeah.
Obviously, Adam Smith's still out, so James Hill for me right back. Give him another
Okay.
chance. Make sure he tries not to make any goal-defying mistakes this time. Essentially, he needs to be given another full 90 for sure. And then similar, so Milicevic and Senesi in centre backs, Trefer left back, as normal the double pivot Adams and Scott, and then Semenyo, Tavernier, David Brooks, and Evan Nilsson. Now, the only differences here is for me, Lewis Cook could come on as a sub a little bit earlier than 60 minutes. Cliver and Adley would also come on. Diakite, I know that we mentioned I think he might still be out. It's not certain. I think the knock was a tad more than a knock, so it's borderline starting at the moment. But
Yeah.
And then so my standout player this week, which is the bit I'm looking forward to most against Newcastle specifically, is Adrian Trefer. I think Adrian Trefer is going to have an impeccable game. I think there's even a chance that he gets his first assist, maybe even a bit more than that.
Be nice.
I think there's a lot of people in the chat shouting out Semenyo. I think Semenyo will also have a fantastic game. I think he'll attempt to run them ragged, but I don't know, man. I've just got a feeling about Adrian Trefer this weekend. I think he's got something brewing inside of him, and we're yet to see the full magic happen.
Yeah.
And I'm buzzing for it. I don't want to take too much away from the Dean Court social, obviously, but there's a fair few weaknesses currently with Newcastle, so I'm going to leave that to them to dissect and go. While we're doing that and moving on to our next bit now, I'm just going to run through some of these. Sean says, is there any injuries?
I got a dodgy knee.
Yeah. Adam Smith still out with a hamstring injury, as mentioned. Lewis Cook's back only recently from knee injury, so probably eased in a little bit. Maybe not starting. Who knows? Diakite's got the knock, as mentioned. Probably isn't going to start, and I'll be honest, probably won't come on for as a sub either. We'll probably be looking to save him for the Leeds game so that we've got a fully fit centre back. To be honest,
yeah.
Darren Hurst, nice 9 p.m. kickoff for me, and going to show the Toon army how to play. I like that little play on words there, Darren. Very clever. Awesome. Dan Shaw says Semenyo. Sean says, I think the same starting lineup. The only issue is if Diakite is fit, I can't choose between Senesi, Velcro, and Diakite as the two. That's a good question. It's a good point, Mal. I'm actually going to come over to you for that. If you did have the choice, every game, all three of them, what would be the ideal two centre backs?
Senesi's got to start. Tough call. I think it'll be. To be honest with you, I think it would be very unfair to drop Velcro. That he would start. For me, he would start. Basically, not just because of first performance, but also because of his height. And Newcastle do have some tall players, so he will. You need some big guys there, and he's the biggest that we got. Yeah. So for me, that would be a sensible decision, to be honest with you.
Very good point. A very good point. Dan Short, I'm saying 2-1 to Newcastle. Sorry. Don't be
Does
sorry,
he mean
Dan.
the under-21s? Sorry.
Darren Hurst, standout player. I would like to see Senesi be a rock.
Yeah.
David DaCosta Semenyo, standout. Paul from Oz, Justin Kluivert, who Newcastle will help doesn't start, would be my standout player when he gets on. Like that. Yeah, I've been waiting to see Justin Kluivert come back into action properly this season. Looking forward to it. And Sean Scott, after last week, will be full of confidence and push it again, though I would like Ever to be standout player. I'd also like to see a bit more from Evan Nilsson this week, to be honest. I know he's been getting himself stuck in, but it'd be nice to get some slotted away. I think he's had. Going into the Brighton game, he'd had the third most shots on target in the season so far, which I thought was a crazy stat. Crazy stat. Paul Sants, good morning, everyone. Morning, Paul.
Yeah. Morning, Paul.
Morning, Paul. Right, and then I guess just before we move on, Malcolm, it has to be our predictions, doesn't it?
Oh God, I ain't giving that a thought.
I'll go first this time, if you like.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
So I know that we always go high for goals or expect goals. I'm going to go the other way. I think it's going to be. I'm going to go 1-0 Bournemouth.
How dare you? How dare you? That's all right. There's 3 points in it.
It's 3 points, exactly. Yeah, and it's another one of those touchy, edgy seat, nervy games.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
It's going to come.
3-1.
3-1. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. Look in the chat.
Lord Rodney Trotter. Good morning, chaps and chapettes. Good morning, Lord Rodney Trotter.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. If you haven't already watched some of the show, I think you'll be interested in the start of the show, Lord Rodney. But we'll go back and watch it at some point and leave some comments. But basically, standout player for Newcastle game and what the score's going to be. But I'm sure you shall watch it. Go on, Mal.
Just want to say, I watched yesterday's show back because I was out and about, as you probably noticed.
Yeah.
But absolutely loved Lord Rodney's comments. Spot
Oh,
on, mate.
yesterday.
Yeah, really, really good. Yeah, thanks for those.
Yeah, spot on. Absolutely spot on. So, Daniel, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Daniel.
Morning, Dan. Darren Hurst, 3-0. There'll be more goals this week. Love that. Very optimistic, very positive. Daniel, 3-2 to Bournemouth. Again, take it. It's 3 points. Lord Ronnie Troy, you're most welcome. Appreciate that.
Thanks, mate. Yeah.
Sean, I'm going to be there, so I'll probably get a 0-0. So if we don't come back with 3 points, Sean, it's because
Sean predicted a draw last week, didn't he? Come on. So we know which line he's taking.
Come on, Sean. More optimism here. More optimism, especially if you go into the game, mate. You can take the magic juju with you and wish us all there, basically. But no, it's definitely. I don't think it's going to be 0-0. I don't think that's going to happen. Either. I can't see goalless. I'm also struggling to see my prediction of 1-0. I think there will be goals, but I've just got this feeling that Adrian Trafford is going to do something special in the first 10 minutes. And, you heard it here first, people. So, David DaCosta, 1-1.
My goodness me.
Paul Formos, 2-0 Bournemouth after Newcastle losing to Barcelona as well.
Looking forward to that tonight.
Yeah. Chris, it's going to be a win for the Cherries on Sunday, 3-1 AFCB. Love it. Love all of these results in the chat. It's awesome. Really, really awesome. Cool. Fantastic. Malcolm, on to the next part. You had a couple of points that you wanted to discuss, bring up.
Yeah. With reference to yesterday, having watched it back, I wanted to put some comments under the video on YouTube, and I thought, I'm going to be writing here all day. So I thought, well, I'll save it until this morning. It was really interesting, to put it mildly. Obviously, with the profits and everything that we got from transfer fees, it's it's just so positive, isn't it? But okay, 2 points I'm going to hit on, and Craig sort of threw something out, and I'm thinking, please don't say anything. So I'm going to get this off my chest for once and for all, regarding Andoni. All right. Now, we had it last season, that nearly everybody who's a football fan was saying that he's going to go to Arsenal, to Manchester United, or whoever else, right? It's just a load of crap. And we're only 4 games in, and the last fortnight, his name's been bandied about all over the place.
Yep.
All right. Not only from opposition fans, but also from Cherries fans as well. About his contract and one thing and another. And I think stop people. If you know the club, you understand the project, right? And this is my main point, to be honest with you. Basically, what I've written down here is that Andoni is part of Bill Foley's 5-year plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just over halfway through at the moment. And he's happy as a pig in muck, isn't he? It's like a bubble around the club. They shut out all the noise from outside, which is great. And being part of this plan, the fans have to realise, and even on other Cherries channels, I'm not knocking them, but it's fact, that because Andoni's part of this plan, he's going to see it through. They haven't got their target yet, and that's what they're working towards. Now, it's not just Andoni, it's all the backroom staff, obviously, as well as the players.
Yeah.
We all know which way we're going. Now, Bournemouth, for me, is very unique. How many other clubs in the Premier League have actually got a project? Not
one like this.
No, I mean, a lot of them, especially through transfers, very, very haphazard. oh, let's get him in. It's going to cost millions and millions, you know. Whereas Bournemouth say, no, we'll do our business the way we do our business. You know, they take their time and they search them out. And that's the right way to go. And there's no reason, absolutely no reason why Andoni would even think about wanting to go anywhere else. He wouldn't get the same as what he's got at Bournemouth.
No, he wouldn't. And there's a point you just made there that I want to deep dive into and bring out a bit more. I just want to touch on these before I lose track of them. Lord Rodney Trotter, on the optimistic scale of, say, 3-2 Ryan Christie, standout player.
Cool.
Love that.
Yeah, really good.
Paul Stamps, trouble is, Mal, he's probably the most wanted manager in Europe.
Stop. Wanted is one thing, having is another. All right.
Yeah.
Nobody. I mean, you've seen the journalists already asking Andoni, you know, and he won't answer. No. He's happy where he is. So,
and the point I wanted to bring it back to that you said was, it's not just Andoni, is it? There is a whole team at play here. It's a project that's been undergoing
that's right.
2-3 years.
Yeah.
There is no way, and I mean, Darren puts it pretty simply here. Give me one good reason why Andoni would not sign a contract. And I'll hold you to that, Darren. You'll eat his grundies. So I'm in full agreement with you, Mal. I don't think. That's just the one that got me yesterday.
He said that yesterday. Brilliant.
And I can't see it. I can't see, for love nor money, Andoni or any of the senior leadership team, I can't see it. I can't see them leaving. It's not going to happen. What we're building here as a club and as a town, because Bournemouth isn't even a city yet. What we're doing as a community brand is so much more than signing a contract somewhere else. And I think everyone that we've got at the club, from players to backroom staff, are all so heavily invested in this plan. And they're not going to. It's not going to happen. They're not going anywhere yet.
That's what I'm saying. It is a project. They're all on board. We know this, and we also have, like Bill, bless him. You know, he spends most of his time back in America, obviously.
Yep.
But he's hands on all the time. You know, he's reachable, quick phone calls or whatever. Yep. You know, so but he doesn't jump into the spotlight. I mean, something was mentioned, I think, yesterday with Wrexham or whatever, which is sort of, okay, is that typical American? You know, look what I've got, look what we're doing and all that. Bill isn't. Bill's very quiet, sits in the background and gets on with his business, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a businessman. That's the whole reason behind him, isn't it? He's a businessman
and also moving on, not just Bill, but it reflects in how others within the club. So whether it's recruitment or training staff, Andoni, you know, they don't go out there and in the limelight. They don't want all that. Just leave them alone. They know what they're doing. They've got their job, and they want to progress. Mm-hmm. And the best way you can do that is basically, you know, get rid of this outside noise. You don't need it.
Yeah.
So. Well, thanks, David. Yeah, that is exactly right. Yeah, trust the process. Another point that was brought up yesterday. Sorry to rattle on here, but
go on. Yeah, please do.
You were talking about, obviously, with streaming and TV rights and one thing and another.
Yeah. I'm just flashing some things up while you speak, so please.
It's okay. The Women's Super League. You can watch every game on YouTube. You can pick a game out live.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, last weekend, I don't know how many games I saw, but wonderful, absolutely wonderful. There was one day where can't remember. I mean, the streaming lagged quite a lot. It was quite bad. It was a bad watch, but that was just a one-off, I think. But really, really good. You know, and it's the way it's going, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it seems that way. Yeah, especially because imagine the kind of audience and crowd that you can rattle up by streaming games for free. Firstly,
yeah.
like if you go down that free marketing route, the amount that can come from that is
It-
huge. That's huge.
yeah.
When you start allowing people to be digitally involved without
Mm,
having to pay a penny,
yeah.
then you start seeing audiences increase around the world.
Yeah.
So I think it's an ingenious idea.
Yeah.
And so is that through the? Oh, that is through the AFC Bournemouth YouTube channel.
On YouTube. If you go on YouTube, and you'll see I think it's sponsored by Barclays, isn't it? Sorry, am I allowed to say that?
I think you are. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
So, but
Oh
if you
yeah.
type in
Oh yeah. Cool.
yeah.
Yeah, seen
So
that. Yeah.
so when game day is on, I put my tablet on in the mornings and click on YouTube, and there straight away what games are going to be shown. So it's super.
Yeah.
So I can pick and choose. Yeah, and
Yeah, fantastic.
I do like watching women's games. Is I think it's a follow on from sort of watching England over the last couple of Euros. It is pretty good, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
I mean,
thoroughly
so yeah,
enjoyable.
definitely some of the teams are great to watch. I agree with that.
Yeah, certainly.
Um,
So
oh,
one final
go on.
point. You were talking about the silly money for transfers. I firmly believe there's going to be a transfer cap coming. There's going to be a maximum amount for a player. I think this, going over 100 million for a player, I think is absolutely ridiculous. It's not needed. It's not needed. I think they're doing that trying and make money for the clubs. But if they get their houses in order, you don't have to do that.
No,
But I
exactly.
think sooner or later it's going to come in. There's going to be a market cap. You won't be allowed to go over X amount.
I'd like to think so,
Mm.
because then it puts everyone on the same pedestal. It makes it an even playing
Exactly.
field.
Yeah.
Which at
Yeah.
the moment, like you can see why some clubs will absolutely do better than other clubs and continuously stay in the top four, and it's because they can spend £300 million a year.
Yeah.
That's just as simple
Yeah.
as
It's
that, isn't
crazy.
it?
Yeah.
I think Sean mentioned something earlier that I missed because it wasn't quite relevant at the time. This one, I saw a TikTok this morning. Man U still lost 33 mil, I think, even with record-breaking income. By
Yeah.
all accounts,
Rubbish, mate. They're
it's
rubbish.
madness,
It's
isn't it? It's absolutely crazy.
yeah.
And I think we were actually going to do a show on this, weren't we, at one point, in regards to profit and loss and how much some clubs are able to spend and why they have so many leniencies dependent on other clubs. And we never got round to it, but it still
Mm.
does fascinate me, the finances and the
Yeah.
legalities and
Yeah.
regulations behind closed doors, because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
doesn't add up every time. It doesn't add up.
Mm.
Paul Sants says, love your optimism, Mal. I hope you are right, but I've just got a nasty feeling Arsenal will come knocking if they do not win the league this season. I already thought that, but knocking and knock they
No,
shall.
it's not going to happen, Paul. Paul, make sure your glass is half full, not half empty. All right.
Yeah, and you might want to say this again because there's another one here. If he's very successful this season, City, Barcelona, big clubs, etc., might want him, and maybe Andoni would want to go back closer to his home country.
Now that is more of a possibility. I
But
don't
still
think.
glass half full, Sean.
Yeah,
It's not
I
going to
said a
happen.
possibility. It ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna
Yeah,
happen.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And the thing is, again, there is Malcolm's hit the nail on the head. There is a plan, and Andoni is part of it. So just
Yeah,
because he hasn't signed a contract which
not mean
extends to the
anything,
length
mate.
of the plan does not mean a thing. There is no correlation there to him leaving before the plan's done. There's, I can't see it happening.
Ollie,
And as you said, it's either Barcelona or Arsenal in my mind. So
I haven't signed a contract and I'm still here.
you're lucky us, Mel. No, you've a gentleman's agreement, right? Darren Hurst, Bill will have a suitcase full of cash ready for Andoni to keep
No,
him.
he won't. He won't need to.
No, yeah, you're right, because there won't be games being played like that, will there?
Yep.
Paul Stance, if there is cap, we might not see some of the best players in the world playing in the Prem.
Where will they go?
I think we will inevitably because the
Yeah.
Premier League is the best league in the whole world. It's easily the hardest and most demanding football league in the entire world. In which case, I think that other clubs and other players, if we had a transfer cap, may succumb, and then that would bring the average market value of players back down to a reasonable amount, rather than it continuing to increase to ridiculous amounts and record-breaking amounts every single bloody time.
I think it'll happen throughout Europe as well, by the way, not just Premier League. So I mean, the only other possibility would be then probably go to Saudi, but
Yeah. Lord Ronnie Trotter, Barcelona have a project going with Flick. So
okay, thanks for that. Didn't know.
Yeah, I'll have a look into that later on, but they're obviously clearly already in their own planning and kind of preparation for whatever plan they had moving forward. Because they did start to decline over a couple of years and a couple of seasons, didn't they? There was a number of things going on in the Spanish league.
Yeah, they did have some issues.
Yeah. Sean, Andoni contract situation is so unique, especially these days. I think unique is sort of the right word to sum it up, and I think that's why people aren't comfortable with it. I think that's why it's creating unsettlement in people and concern, is because it is a bit unique. But is that not what Bournemouth are doing right now? We're almost setting the standard for unique at the minute with everything we're doing.
That's right. I mean, that is what he's always done.
Yeah,
and he's comfortable with it. So why change it?
Yeah,
and just because the fans say, "Oh, come on, sign for 3 years," you won't do it.
Yeah,
only because that's a fan's opinion.
Yeah. And then Darren Hurst says, excuse me, that's the Saudi League stuff. Yeah. Because they can't buy their way into football now, can they? They can't,
No.
Some of the agreements were ridiculous. But,
yeah.
So
I've got it off my chest. Thanks for that.
No worries. Yeah, I'm glad that you cleared that up. I'm not sure if there's any need or reason to prolong when there isn't too much else to talk about, unless you've got something else that's pressing. I will leave most of the Newcastle stuff because I could go on about the Newcastle game for
I mean, we could talk for an hour, couldn't we?
But I'm going to leave that down to the other guys because they do have their Dean Court social. So please make sure you go and watch that, as I'm sure that's going to be an absolute banger, especially for this weekend. It always is when we play Newcastle. So do go and check those out. Anything else from your side, Mal?
Yeah, there is a cherry picking coming up.
Ooh,
there we go. Yes, there is.
When's that? Is that coming up this week or next?
I think this week, actually. I think it's called the Newcastle Connection or something.
Like fantastic! Yeah. Especially for I was just about to say for Lord Rodney Trotter, you've got there before me, mate. Go and check out the show. We've got go and check out the channel. We've got Cherry Slaps, which is mine and Malcolm's show essentially on a Monday evening, which is
it's his show.
Malcolm joins me, and that's every Monday. Cherry Slaps reaction show for the weekend reactions. So go and check some of those out. We've also got Cherry Pickings, which there's a ton of those on the channel for all sorts of different bits and bobs, pre-season, top tier lists. Transfers in and out, all sorts of different stuff. And then we've also got Johnny Blair's Beret episodes where we've done
really good
Welsh Cherries team, an Irish Cherries team, a Scottish Cherries team. I think we've done a few different bits and bobs now, haven't we? And then also there's possibly, as Darren mentions here, possibly some live shows coming up during the games. And there is also some pre-match shows, which are the Dean Court socials. So, Lord Rodney, do go and check all of those out, mate, because you'll enjoy some of them.
I think Darren's referring to the watch along. So, I mean, that's
yeah.
All right, so that could be coming up in the near future. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. Nice. Okay. Got to get the links in, lads. Any new channels, I'll subscribe. Yeah, spot on. Well, this is the channel, so it'll all come through UTC IAD. If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, what else are we on? Twitch or Patreon or something?
I have my clue because I only use YouTube anyway.
Yeah,
I'm a dinosaur.
as you mentioned yesterday, the notification bell, the like button, the subscribe button, and you should get notified when all of these videos come out anyway. And there'll be about 4 new videos in the next few days with cherry picking, Dean Court socials, and then cherry slaps on Monday night as well.
And if you're on Facebook, you'll see nearly all the links on there anyway. Scroll through.
Yeah. The other thing is Lord Rodney. He says he likes the live stream setup. Tomorrow, please get involved because you'll have Paul from Oz on Fridays with one of our main hosts, which is Matt, who I don't think you've seen yet. So please do get involved there and show them your love and support, as I'm sure they'll enjoy it just as much as we do. But appreciate everyone in the chat as always. Malcolm, really appreciate you joining me as always. And I won't see you Monday.
You won't see me next week, mate.
Okay. Okay. You're going to be away, aren't you?
I'm going to be up on the water, for a week. So, whatever you're doing, stay fit, healthy. Enjoy the football.
Yeah, absolutely. Cheers, Lord Rodney. Yeah. See you again soon. He says up the chairs, Darren. Darren says up the cherries. And from me and Malcolm here, up the cherries. Ciao for now.
Yeah, up the cherries.
TalkSport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the TalkSport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search TalkSport Fan Network.
I should be like you, Mel.